Hey guys, so I'm going to do my first attempt of a training tips video today, so bear with me. I'm going to do the best I can. So today I'm going to cover lightness and balance, and I think that's a good place to start with these videos because you need a light and balanced horse, whether you're going to show reiners, cow horses, even go on a trail ride, barrel horses, dressage, you name it. You need a light and balanced horse to properly do those maneuvers. So after I post this video, feel free to comment any questions and I will answer them the best I can through Facebook. So here we go. So this is Red, as most of you have seen him and know him. He's my main show horse. He's a finished reining, working cow horse, and we've done barrel racing and a little bit of everything. So since he is a finished horse, he's going to do these maneuvers very well. So if you're just starting out trying to get your horse really light and balanced, they're not going to immediately pick this up. It's going to take a little bit of time. The biggest thing in horse training is having a lot of patience. I know some of this stuff can be boring and frustrating, but trust me, it's really going to pay off. So I'm going to go ahead and start by walking some circles here, and I'm going to pick up on his face. So hopefully you can see here. I'm going to pick him up. There, did you see that give? And as soon as he gives to me, I'm going to give him a little bit of a release. So by a release, I mean I'm going to extend my arms a little bit forward. So I'm going to hold, keep walking on that circle. As soon as he feels a little bit lighter in my hands, I'm going to give him that release. So I'm going to keep walking him forward. There. See how his head starts to go down a little bit? As soon as his head comes back up, I'm going to pick him back up. Wait for him, and I want him to keep walking forward, not a slow, lazy walk. I want him to walk forward like he has somewhere to go. So I'm just going to wait, and he knows this. So if you're just starting out, your horse isn't going to walk perfectly on a circle and keep that nose right on the circle. So I'm going to hold, drive forward, give him that release. So there you can start to see his head going down again. And I want him to stay on that same circle. So even when you're just starting out, you might want to make your circle a little bit bigger. You always want the nose to be on that circle. So hold his nose on the circle, drive forward, and then give back to him. So eventually, the more I do this, he's going to just stay on that circle. So then you can pick it up to a trot. You do the same thing at trot, keep driving him forward, so you want more of a working trot. He's going to be good, be soft, and I'll just leave him alone. You want to give your horse the chance to mess up, so that way you can correct it. If you don't give them that chance, then they're not going to learn anything. So I'll keep driving him forward. I'm using my seat and my hips to push him forward, so I'm feeling his trot underneath me. So you see a lot of people doing things like flexing their horse, so they pick their head up, bring them to one side, and then bring them to the other side, which is great to get your horse paying attention a little bit and maybe stretch out their neck. But just because your horse can flex from side to side does not mean that you have a soft, balanced horse. You have to get working circles. You could break it up by changing directions, go back to the rail, put it into a pattern. You just got to keep switching it up until you feel like your horse is a little bit more put together and collected, and that is balance. So you want to do that both directions, and you're going to find that your horse is going to go better one way over the other. So red here goes better to the left, so this is actually his stickier side. So you might even want to start doing this from a trot, because that way you have a little bit more forward motion. It's actually easier for them to get their hind end underneath themselves and collect up. So by that, I mean their softness doesn't come from their face. So yes, I am picking up on his face to drive him, or to get him to lower his head, but I'm also trying to push his hind end underneath him, so then his back rounds, and that means his head will go down. So you want to keep pushing him forward with your legs and maybe clucking to him a little bit if you have a lazier horse. But like I said before, this takes a lot of time, a lot of patience. You know, everybody wants to get on and go do some sliding stops or work cows or whatever, but this is the type of stuff that's really going to make your horse light and soft, and your stops are going to be better, your turnarounds are going to be better. I get on, and when I'm working my horses, sometimes I'll just do that, and then I get off and I put them away. So, okay, so you want them to stay on that circle. Keep that nose on that circle. I'm driving them forward. So you can see my body position and my hands. I have my hands really wide and my wrists facing each other, so that way I have contact on both sides of his mouth. See, there's the give. So I'll explain how to catch that give in a second here. But hands wide with wrists facing each other. So you see a lot of this. People want to ask their horse's head to come down by just bending their wrist like this, or seesawing. See, if I start seesawing, he doesn't even know what that means. Your horse isn't going to learn anything from this, because you're just take, release, take, release, take, release. Your horse isn't going to learn anything. So they will learn from the hold and release. See that? How his head started dropping down. He's starting to pay attention now. So back to the wrist thing. If my wrist is just bent like this, I can't go very far. If I pick them up from using my elbows, I have a lot more range of motion. So watch my arms here. See how I picked them up there, and I can drive them forward even quicker, squeezing that hind end forward. There. So then eventually you should be able to ride around on this circle with just one hand. Then you can switch it up a little bit, bring them around in a tighter circle. Remember to keep that nose always on that circle. Explain the release. So this is something that does take a really long time to learn. Even people that have been riding forever, you have to be pretty spot on with that release, or else your horse isn't going to learn that the release means he needs to keep his head there. So you have to release at the exact right time. So I'm going to try to show you that here. Can you see me here? Okay, so I'm going to pick him up, and I'm going to ask him to bring his head down. There, as soon as he drops, I'm going to give back. But you don't want it to be like a super fast thing. So if I just go like that, a lot of horses are going to jump, or they're going to get more confused. So you want it to be slow. So pick him up, wait for him, there, slowly release. And if he picks his head back up, So this is easier to do if you're moving forward, but I want to try to show you guys here. So I'm going to pick him up. There. And then when you go to pick up, you don't want to do it super fast. You want to just slowly pick up again, then slowly give back to him. Okay, so I switched horses here to show you kind of the difference between a finished horse and a just starting out horse. So this is my just turned 3-year-old. He's basically the miniature version of Red here. So I'm going to do pretty much the same thing with him so you can see what a horse looks like that is pretty green. Okay, so I'm going to start on the circles with him. So I'm going to keep driving him forward, there, and keep asking him to collect up. So you really need to work that inside leg on a horse, a finished horse or a green horse, but you really want him to wrap around your inside leg. See there, he's starting to get the idea. Good. If he falls in, I'm going to pick him up and push him out. So I'm going to keep driving him forward. And then, like I said, it's a little bit easier at a trot because you have more forward motion. So I'm going to drive him forward, push him out if he falls in. As soon as he listens to me or moves out, when I tell him to, I'm going to give him that release. Push him out, give him that release. Keep driving him forward. So as you can see, my hands are still wide. I have contact on both sides of his mouth, and I'm driving him forward with my legs and my hips. So the longer you do this, the better they will get. Then you can cut them in, change the size of your circle. You want that nose on the circle. So, if you perfect that in both directions, then you can start asking for turnarounds, and even your backing is going to get a lot better. So I can show